Liquid Jungle, does it exist? I've never actually heard it, but I think I might have made it, so let me show y'all how I did it. I started off by chopping up a melodic loop in Slice X to really get that old school classic jungle feel to the track. All I did here was drop this cymatics loop directly into Slice X and turned on medium grid slice. Then after that, I layered in a pad that has an ARP layer on it, following the same chord progression as the loop to make things a little less robotic, and the ARP layer definitely helps to add some extra texture to the song. If you've watched the channel before, you know I love to make little accents in my songs just to add in a little bit of character to the track, and that's exactly what I did here, where I layered in another ARP pad layer, but this time just sustaining out one note to give the second half of the loop a little bit of variation. I did that again with this short little phrase at the end of every loop. And then I did that one last time by layering in a ARP at the end of the phrase to add a little bit of movement to the loop. Now this is where we start to incorporate more of that liquid drum and bass feel to the song by throwing in some nice vocal loops. This song uses two different vocal loops from Arcade. The first one, which I would call the main vocal layer of the song, I just rendered out of Arcade to try to chop it up in Slice X. I really liked how soft and light the vocal sample sounded already and didn't want to mess with it too much, but I did throw some effects on it since it did sound a little dry straight out of Arcade. Then I threw in more of a background vocal loop that I chopped up straight in Arcade. I felt like the song as currently constructed just needed one more layer to play when the main vocal comes out, so I did just that with some simple chops to add a new background vocal layer, and really thought it added some nice spice to the song. And after that, I'll be honest guys, I knew the second half of the chorus needed some kind of variation, but I couldn't really think of anything, so I just threw in these violins here with the tremolo effect for some added movement and harmonized them with the main vocal layer to just add a hint of variation during the chorus. And now it's time for my favorite part, the bass. Luckily, I already had a fantastic jungle 808 ready to go. I like to use this a lot because it has a very 90s drum and bass vibe to it. But since we're adding a bit of a modern twist to the song, I thought the 808 could definitely use a bit more oomph, so I added an R bass just to give it a little bit of an extra punch. Now finally onto the drums. All the drums in this song, and both the regular jungle 808 and the R bass infused 808, can be found in my new liquefied drum kit. You can find out more about it with the link in the description. It's only $5. I really just followed a very simple drum and bass / jungle drum pattern here and layered in a drum break I found from a cymatics kit and added in a pan man and a stock FL phaser onto it for some cool movement. If you're wondering how to make these drum and bass and jungle drum patterns and want to see some more unique ways of incorporating them into your tracks, I have a much more in-depth video covering the topic that you can watch right after this. I will leave an end screen link to it at the end of this video. And that is it guys, that is how I made Liquid Jungle. I think it's more up to you guys to tell me if I made Liquid Jungle, because I'm not too sure if I actually did, but this was just my approach to making a jungle song that has a bit more of a modern liquid drum and bass twist to it with all the vocal melodies used. If you enjoyed the song, I have fantastic news. It is out right now on all streaming platforms. I will leave a link to it in the comment section for you to listen to on your own time if you would like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope the video was helpful and that it might inspire you to try to make something similar. That is it for this video, guys. I will see y'all in the next one.